There's some simple things that you've got to know. Like chili comes in large and small, both for the dining room, and the cups are to go. Always got to make sure that you stir it right before you put the chili in the bowl of cup. Use a figure 8 motion from the bottom to the top to really get it stirred up. For a small serving, get the 8-ounce ladle fulfilled to a half inch from the top of the cup or bowl. For a large size half, fill the ladle again, fill to the line on the cup or bowl, and then chili can be served with cheese. Fill a third cup half full with the grated kind, sprinkle on the top, and then put the bowl in the middle of the tray every time. Now Frosty's come in 4 sizes, large, medium, and small, and then there's kids' meal. Lift the arm to fill the cup. The Frosty should be thick and creamy, so it'll really appeal. Add a half inch from the top, let the draw arm drop. The remaining Frosty will fill the cup. If the order's to go, be sure to put a lid on and serve it with a smile. That's why I'm singing this song. Milk and cookies, if you please. Milk's in the reach and check the expiration date. Make sure it's fresh and serve it with a cup with the open side up. Now don't hesitate. Cookies should be whole, never broken or cracked. Put them on the tray, what a great snack. Chili, frosty, milk, and cookies, simple as that. Go have yourself some fun, cause you got the knack.
What the? You of the grill. Who? You're about to learn some grill skills. So let's get busy now. Come on, let's go.
Right there,
Working the grill, Bill, it ain't so tough. But first of all, you got to check your stuff. Like a grill that's set at 250 with the meat and cheese that's ready to go. A towel to keep your station looking cool. But most of all, you got to have your tool. Are you with me now? Get ready. We're gonna lay them down. Now, beats got grain to it just like wood. You got to follow the arrow to lay it down like you should. From the front to the back, you got to lay it down. Space it evenly, not scattered around. Next, you got to salt the meat from the back to the front to make the taste complete. Not too little, not too much. With a little finesse, you'll get the touch. What's coming up next is our key to success. We'll turn the meat and do a 4-corner press. Don't wait too long, I emphasize, or the meat won't reach the proper size. When things start to sizzle, you're ready to go. Gently turn the meat, but don't be slow. Just turn them over easily. We don't want a broken patty, that's a guarantee. Press out the corners 1, 2, 3, 4. Rock it a bit, are you keeping score? Top and bottom, left and right, and you'll get a patty that's out of sight. Press out the corners nice and wide, at least ½ an inch on both sides. The reason you press, you gotta think, when the meat hits the grill, it starts to shrink.
We start shrinking when we hit that grill, you know it will. We start shrinking when we hit that grill, you know it will.
When you see red juices on the top of the meat, it's time to give the turn and press a repeat. Do it again just like you did before. Do the 4-corner press just one time more. Now once you press this the second time, don't press them again because the meat's just fine. But when you see red juices rise, turn the patty over to the other side. Don't scrape the grill, we want it wet, you see. And keep the meat moist so it's hot and juicy. When the meat's red juices no longer rise, you can serve that patty, it'll win a prize. It takes about 4 minutes to cook, but just to make sure you can have a look. Use your tool and double check, it should be gray and moist to be correct. And order's placed, you're ready to go. Drain the meat, just like so. Once the draining is totally done, place the patty squarely on the heel of that bun. Now there you go, Billy, you give it a shot. Don't be afraid, I think you're gonna be hot. It's the be shout, it's the steal some more. A customer orders a single with cheese. Here's the way you do it if you wanna please. Lay down the cheese in a juicy spot, but don't leave it too long or it'll get too hot. Tool it up, lay it off on the meat. Do it right, keep it neat. Drain then serve on a bun just so. Don't touch it with your fingers, that's a big no-no. To make a double cheese for someone big and mean, use 2 full patties with the cheese in between. Don't melt the cheese, the patties have heat. Press them together and it's complete. Drain and serve like you did before, and you can handle any dude who walks through the door. If they don't want cheese in your doubles plain, don't press them together, just drain. Only serve a great looking patty. Never serve a burger that's looking ratty. But if something goes wrong and your burger's not right, there's no need to get uptight. If the dry, burnt, broken, or incomplete, that baby turns into chili meat. Don't serve that meat, you see, cause quality is our recipe. Put those patties in a chili pan and save them for all of our chili fans. But if they have cheese, then throw them away, or it'll ruin our chili, our experts say. Always try to anticipate, think ahead, or you'll be too late. Whether busy or slow, one thing remains the same. Keep your meat in the stages, that's the name of the game. No less than 4, no more than 5. Stage of meat's important and that's no jive. Now your patties are hot and ready to go, right in time with customer flow.
Stage 1, I'm raw, you just laid me down. I'm stage 2 and I'm getting brown. You turn me and press me just one time, but there's 2 more stages before I'm fine. I'm stage 3, you press me twice, just 1 more stage before I'm nice. Stage 4, I'm hot, I should be done, looking good like I should so you can serve me, son. I'm stage 5 and I'm still alive, but serve me soon and don't be slow. I've only got 1 minute to go.
The projection game is simple, you see, it's just common sense. That's the way it ought to be. When you know a lot of people will be coming around, don't hesitate, start laying them down. When things slack off, do the same or you'll be wasting meat, and that would be a shame. Just one last thing I've got to say, it has to do with the Wendy's way.
Always serve top quality, nothing less than the best, that's a guarantee.
Remember this rap and you'll be hot. Give the grill your very best shot, and soon you develop some real grill skill. You'll be tough on the grill, yes you will, Mr. Bill.
That's because the other Cyraxx is the fake. I have mine with 2 X's. I own this name, bitch.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because of this and there's a thing that I was dreaming, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains. And then the sound of silence, and in the dreams I walk alone. There are streets of cobblestone. We are the love of history now. I find the color to the cold and town. And I understand when the flash of a neon lights is still the night. It does the sound of silence. And there's a naked light I saw. 10,000 people, maybe more. You got looking with the holy green. People hearing with the holy green. The Johnny song, the voices never share. No one dares to the sound of silence. And the Johnny
like a cancer grows. Hear my working on fighting you. Make my arms and life with you. Now the silence, like silent raindrops fell. They're going away of silence, and the people bow and pray to the neon gods and men. Now every time the river rains, they're not dancing on the rise of rain. The darkness was the solitude beyond the subway halls. In the windows, whispers of silence.
What's this at the end?
So, now tell me again, Juggalo972, how it is that I'm a talentless hack and that I have no skill.
That's pretty good. I like that. And anyway, how you all doing, guys? Welcome to SkullJuice. I hope that you're all having a good one. Oh, I'm feeling a bit off today. I had a headache. But anyway, let's get in the co-hosts and see what's happening. Yo. Hello, co-host. How you doing, sir?
Hey, yo. Welcome to the Challenge of Sight. How's it going? Fucking Christ, Cyraxx singing.
That was pretty good. I did enjoy that.
It cracks me up every time I hear him say the Challenge of Sight. His fucking deep voice is amazing.
It is great. That is great. That is wonderful.
That's how you prove that you have technical skill, guys.
It is.
I bet he doesn't even know it's a Simon and Garfunkel song because he's doing the Disturbed version, which is why he's doing the don't, the deep voice shit. Oh my god. Oh god, he's so fucking oblivious. It's amazing.
It is. It is. We'll go over some of that lore. A lot of people, because they're new watchers as well, don't know much about Cyraxx, so I don't know. This is kind of a music show, but then it kind of isn't sometimes. Well,
Cyraxx considers himself a musician, so we're just talking about a bad musician, so it's technically music.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's just that we're both musicians, so we like to talk about musical stuff, but sometimes we just can't help ourselves. We've got to talk about other shit. So, yeah, if you do want to learn about Cyraxx lore, we might do some of that as well. We'll see how we're going. We'll see how we are going. Have you been following much else, Skull Kid, or any of the other drama that's been happening?
I've mainly been focused on Cyraxx. Yes, Lobster Rabbi, that was actually him singing from the other day. I took out the vocals and I put it over a karaoke version. I've just been keeping up with Cyraxx because it's been such a eventful, couple of weeks, you know?
There you go. So you don't even know what's been happening with Ralph and everything?
I heard that Faith made a statement and I listened to a little bit of it, but that's about it.
Yeah, I did there was so many contradictions. I just started talking about it in OBS, and then all of a sudden I had a 30-minute long video. I was like, oh, I got to add this clip in now, and before you knew it, I'd made a video on it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Now,
yeah, I've been paying more attention to Cyraxx just because it's amazing how much he's flip-flopped in the last 2 weeks from beat thievery does not exist to people are stealing my art and music, please help.
It is true. It is true. Well, let's get. I do want to talk about some GUNTS stuff because I probably won't by the time we get to Hijas. So, if you want to cover it for a few minutes with us, we'll do that, and then we'll move on to Cyraxx stuff. Does that sound good? So, from what do you know about the statement? So Matt Vickers is going to be dumping something. It's going to be. He's found something in the DMs. He's worked it all out. He reckons that the GUNTS only got about 24 hours now before he is in big trouble. Cyber police are coming to take him away. Skull Kid, what did he do that was so illegal?
Revenge porn, I would assume, yeah?
Yeah, that's one. But then, wouldn't he's already done that? Like, don't they have the proof already? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. What are you thinking?
Thinking is a bit of a... Yeah. I pretended to think during the video. It's because I may already know, so yes. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'll tell you one thing. If you see Mandy's Twitter, maybe follow that. Maybe she knew what was up. All right, let's go to the abortthereport.com. Maybe I'll hint at it. I'll hint at it at some point. I can't.
Oh, he sent nudes to Faith before she was 18. Is that it? Earl says.
Oh well, that would be the. I mean, if you look at everything that's happened, that would be the obvious thing that maybe their relationship included when Faith was underage or was 17, and yes, you never know. I mean, that would end up making Ralph a bit of a sex offender, and you would want to try and combat that by making statements that say that stuff is, it's doctored. Those DMs are totally doctored, totally fabricated. You need a cease and desist and other legal terms. We need to put that out in a statement. I haven't seen Ralph make that statement, though, so I'm guessing that's not it, Skull Kid. Because Ralph totally did not make that statement. Have not seen Ralph make any statement about it. So, yes. Yeah. All right, so this is on the abortthereport.com. I don't really want to play the Faith audio because I think the statement, because everyone's probably seen it. And it's actually in here as well. Can you see this on screen? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, let's go through this. I have to read, fine. From what it does concern, September 10th, the retort abortionist. Before we begin, Mrs. V and I want to make it clear that the majority of our responses here are directed not at Faith, but at Ethan, Oliver, Ralph, the Gunt, about the audio statement read by Faith and posted to YouTube early in the early morning hours of September 9th, 2020. Whether or not Faith was coerced to read that statement, we cannot say. But what we do know is that while this has clearly been read by our daughter, they were not her own words. Are they insinuating that Ralph has actually made a statement with lawyer statements? And I don't know. No, that's not what's happening here. That's not what's happening at all. You should have done some more research before you wrote that statement, Gunt, because this is going to get painful. In fact, some of the assertions here are so glaringly false. The primary impact on us has merely been to endanger additional justifiable concern for Faith's welfare. In short, you've made a tactical error, and your intent was to dissuade us from pursuing further legal actions against you. Yeah, from Faith's statement, it really did seem like they were sweating. It did seem like someone was sweating there, and I think it was Ethan Ralph. Why would they be saying, you need to cease and desist, and I don't have mental health problems, or sorry, what did she exactly say? I don't have a mental health diagnosis, but I have mental health issues, or something like that. It's like, man, you're splitting hairs. My God. So yeah, there was lots of other contradictory statements, but there was lots of legal sort of swagger in there as well. It should be clear that by this point that Faith is not now, nor has ever been the target of our war, though we are not and now upgrading this war to a crusade against the GUNT. Our only contention with Faith ever has been defamatory statements that she has made against us in the past. We believe now that the timeline post on their timeline was more than enough to straighten out those misconceptions. The GUNT and his GUNT guard have continued with the diversionary tactic by attempting to sway attention away from our critiques of our critiques of his wrongdoing and paint a picture of parents that are attacking their daughter. This is not the case. In a truly underthought and misguided attempt to sway our opinions on the matter, the GUNT has willingly and intentionally attempted to weaponize a child against us. His actions prove only that his arrogance has no roots in reality, as he clearly assumes that he has learned more about Faith in approximately 7 months than her own parents have learned about her in almost 19 years. I think we'll skip the rest because I want to go down to the actual statement and what they said. Alright, so this is from Faith's statement on behalf of Ethan Ralph, yes. I've tried my best not to respond to the attacks from my mother and father over the last several weeks. This is their response to that. She really did do her best. In fact, she never reached out by any form of communication to even ask us to stop. She has not spoken with us directly since we took her to the hospital almost a month ago on this very day. Our only correspondence from this since was a handwritten letter requesting personal items.
Isn't it wild to think that it's already been a month since that happened?
I know.
It's time's flying, man. I can't believe it's almost fucking October.
Yeah, there you go, my main focus has been on my relationship and my recovery. Recovery from what? Exactly. We have not been advised by her or the GUNT that there's been anything for her to recover from. Has she been injured? Well, that's the thing. She says that she doesn't have any mental health issues. In the very next sentence, she needs to work on her recovery. It's like, okay, recovery from what?
I mean, I could make a joke and say Ralph would interject. We'd be like, my big cock. Like that one Facebook post. You've seen it, what I'm talking about?
Yeah, well, his thumb is bigger, yeah. So maybe thumbed her too hard. I don't know. I'm not going to go there. That's too far. Why did I do that? God damn it, Skullkid. I'm supposed to call you Babe at some point tonight as well. So there you go, Babe.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, in case you guys are wondering, for a while my name was Babe in the Discord because Juice was mentioning something in Discord and fucking called me Babe.
I did. I was having a conversation with Mandy, so at the same time, so yes. Came out.
Apparently I sound just like Mandy. That's the implication.
That's not the implication.
Don't you know? That's my Mandy impression.
Oh, no.
Just say, don't you know?
Don't do that. That will continue to be the case, however, due to their recent unethical and arguably, I can't talk, illegal activities. I've decided that it was necessary to set the record straight with a statement. We will cover unethical and arguably illegal later, but my offer still stands to the GUNT. If you think I am doing anything illegal, bring charges. Our primary course of actions are being motivated by your unconsented release of a sex tape featuring our daughter. Well, there you go. Maybe that is something that they're going after revenge porn right there. Revenge porn. Because I must say that I haven't spoken directly to Vickers or anything, so...
yeah.
I've just spoken to someone who did. I welcome the opportunity to bring this up in court, and you have to answer to it, as the video is a primary cause of our grievance with you, and you've done nothing to concretely convince us that the crime was not committed by you yourself, then we must press forward. You see, from a very rational...
That's just the rule of the jungle, and you signed up for the jungle.
It is the rule of the jungle, yes. You see, from a very rational standpoint, you've managed to greatly contribute in the destruction of a young woman you supposedly love, because you are a drunken fool. The concept of assumed innocence only applies within the court system. It saves you for now from the law, but it does not save you from us. We know that you are guilty. I will state this fact on our supposed unethical and arguably illegal behavior. We have not, in our crusade, told any lies. All right. I am not mentally ill, as my parents would have you believe. I have mental health issues. There's the statement. Depression, anxiety, PTSD, all things that millions of Americans deal with daily. Does this sentence even require a response?
So she's fucking mentally ill. Just because it's common doesn't change the fact that it's mental illness. I'm mentally ill. I have some of these issues. Well, not some of them. I have like one of those issues. But it's still mental illness. Just because you're saying it in a different word doesn't change the fact that it's still a mental illness.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah.
I hate the idea that when people are like, well, I have these issues, but I'm not crazy mentally ill. Like, no, it's all under the same umbrella. You know, I won't get too much into it, but before I started doing the music thing and the show and stuff full time, I wanted to like be a psychiatrist or get into therapy, and like I've studied up on it like since high school, and it's all an umbrella. Some are less severe than others, but it doesn't change the fact that technically, yes, she has a mental illness.
And that's why I'll just skip their response, because it's pretty much enough said. Yeah, it's a bit of a contradiction there. Just seemed very weird, and then she has to work on her recovery as well. Okay. Last month, in the face of withering abuse and attacks from Kiwi Farms, God Winston, PPP, and others, I had a breakdown and required hospitalization. This is utter and complete nonsense, and one of the reasons how we know this is Gunt writing, Faith's hospitalization, was the result of a confrontation about Mrs. V and myself uncovering a long list of lies. None of these lies had anything to do with Kiwi Farms, God Wilson, PPP, or others. The lies were to us as much as they were to the Gunt. Feeling backed into a corner, Faith refused to respond or defend her actions. She said that she wanted to hurt herself. She said that she felt like jumping through the window of the hotel. Okay, we get the rest of it, yeah. Faith never requested it, merely nodded her head, and then Mrs. Vickers made the offer, and they went to the hospital. All right, my parents now talk about, this is the next statement, my parents now, who now talk about how much they care about me, used to regularly ridicule my mental health. Not true. At times, we have certainly questioned the validity of our claims, because they seem to be more evidence to the contrary than evidence of any serious mental health issue. There were times that we were certainly criticized her actions as being inconsistent with someone who's considered themselves mentally ill and carried on with other actions antithetical to recovering from our sympathetically treating such conditions. Yeah, well, I played clips in my video as well where, of their interview where they're talking about the timeline and exactly what happened as well. And then you've got Faith and Ralph talking about how it just makes them stronger, all of those attacks, and they're not really paying much attention to it. It's all really just funny. And they're just having a good laugh over it. I'm sure it wasn't, though. So at the same time, it's not good getting absolutely ripped apart and looked into by Kiwi Farms.
I mean, this is one of the problems I have with the millennial attitude towards mental health, because everyone wants to say they have depression as some type of, or some mental illness as like an excuse for their behavior, and they've been taught to do this because they'll get sympathy from it easily from people who aren't putting a magnifying glass up to their claims and analyzing it. But the reality of the situation is, if you have a mental illness, you should be scrutinized to a degree until you get a diagnosis from a professional. You can't just self-diagnose and expect people to take you seriously. You need to have an actual diagnosis. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this person does not have an actual diagnosis for the majority of what she claims she has. So I find that argument kind of fucking stupid that, they didn't believe me. Well, get a fucking note. Go see a doctor. You know?
Yeah. All right. And at the end of the day, they didn't want to take me to the hospital until I forced their hand. We've already covered this. But then again, it was Mrs. V who suggested a visit to the hospital. Faith merely accepted the ride. Don't need to read it anymore. The concerned parent routine is just an act, obviously nonsense. In fact, were it not for our direct, intense, active support for the last 3 months of high school, she definitely would not have graduated. If it wasn't an act, how could my father, Matthew Vickers, justify it linking up with the same scumbags who put me in the hospital? He now interacts with Kiwi Farms and considers them friends. He does interviews with Godwinson. I've never used the word friend. That's what I said as well. So I don't think he just did an interview. Basically, like, I'm going to talk on his behalf because I know what he says. He did an interview where he went over the exact same thing he said in the timeline with Mrs. Vickers there. Like, you know, what else was there? Yeah. All right. I don't want to read too much because we'll just be here all night. All right, her next statement. These are the people responsible for the sudden decline in my mental health, and my father now calls them friends. Oh, well, this is a double up, but oh, well, first we've already covered this cause of sudden decline in Faith's mental health that led to the hospitalization. Second, Faith, nor any of her family would have never been on Kiwi Farms' radar sans her interactions with the gun. Since her interaction with the gun. Third, I have multiple text messages from Faith to myself and her mother, in addition to emails from the Gunt advising us that Kiwi Farms attacks were nothing to worry about, and we should just ignore it, and it's no big deal. There you go. There you go. Ralph never goes on Kiwi Farms either. He only was on there the other day when he accidentally showed all of his tabs. But no, he doesn't usually go on there, guys. That's not the behavior of a concerned parent. It's the behavior of a narcissist. Pot calling a kettle black, Gunt, narcissist, a person who has an excessive interest in and admiration of themselves. Shall we look at my non-existent history of trying to gain and maintain fame against your own? There you go. Next statement from her. This man has showed my private health history to the entire internet without my consent. This man probably should have rewritten that, Gunt. This is supposed to be Faith's own words. Private health history. Not hardly. We've shared nothing that we've not been directly involved in, which makes it just as much our story to tell as hers. Okay. When I was at the hospital last month, they called only once. Even then, they didn't leave their number. Which genius in the academic Gestapo, thought up this little gem? Mrs. V called several times and left a message for her to call us back. Naturally, we assumed that Faith knew our phone numbers, as they haven't changed for the better part of 12 years. Obviously, the doctors knew our number as they reached out to us multiple times, so Faith had easy access to our phone number. She had at every point wanted to call us. The doctors told us specifically that Faith refused to call us back and refused to speak with us at all, even refusing the first attempt at a family meeting over the phone with her and the doctors. I don't want to sound all Joe Biden here, but this assertion is pure malarkey. He talks about me getting tested for medical ailments, but when I was there, they neglected to take me to the medical care time and again. Delays, excuses, there was always a reason. Poorly written, so I'll have to translate again. I assume by when I was there, she means living with us in California. Aside from her regular appointments with the same pediatrician all her life, we've helped Faith transition from a pediatrician to our primary health care physician. Alright, cool. That's a lot.
Yeah, this whole thing just kind of...
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, it's just fucking...
Yeah, it is all out in the open a bit, you know.
It's like, I feel like, I don't know, if I don't fucking know. I can't imagine, like, what this guy, like, I can't imagine myself in his position, but, like, fuck, man, it's just, this whole thing is just a mess.
Alright, so John Kelly doesn't believe in, you know, you don't, the only way you learn, so there's two theories of learning when you're young. There's intrinsically or cognitively, so you get to certain developmental levels and you'll just be able to learn certain things. The other way of learning is socially, so outside influences will make you learn. John Kelly seems to think that it's all the parents, and it's just the parents that shape what you are to become. And so it's all Matt Vickers' fault for Faith becoming a degenerate whore. What do you think about that, Skull Kid? Would you agree with that?
I'm just trying to run it like through my head, like, why is this girl even fucking staying? Like, I don't know. Ugh.
Who knows? Yeah. I don't want to. I don't want to assume. Well, I don't want to assume intentions. And you can, and I don't know. I've never been an 18-year-old teenage girl in my rebellious phase, so I'm not going to assume intentions. She might think that she's perfectly having a great time and it's the best thing ever. I don't know.
I mean, I'm still probably pretty fucking retarded, but like, I was retarded when I was 18, but like, I don't think even if I was a fucking 18-year-old, like, SJW, like, teen, I wouldn't go shack up with Ralph, but I don't know.
Mandy says, I love how he outed his silly ass alt name Rad Roberts. I wonder how long he used it before he now has to retire it. There you go. My parents have also refused to return or arrange for the return for my personal belongings. In context, why should we have to pay hundreds of dollars in shipping to send all her stuff back to her? Mrs. V has directly messaged the GUNT and that we are keeping the stuff aside. Alright, even getting my ID from them was like torture. Our only requirement was Faith's request for her ID from us directly. A phone call would have been sufficient because we were not going to just send anything on the request of the GUNT. The GUNT himself said that Faith would refuse to call her mother and instead demanded that the only form of contact be a handwritten letter asking for a list of items to be sent to her. I sent whatever I could fit in a UPS small flat rate priority box. We did not steal any of her belongings. She abandoned her possessions at the hotel and made no attempt to contact us. I didn't know about that. Made no attempts to contact us from the hospital after to get them back, with the GUNT apparently picking up her phone as torture. There you go. Yeah, wow. Much of the stuff I bought with my own money earned from working, they still refuse to return it. All my remaining things are being held hostage by them in a misguided attempt to make my life harder. It's sad and it's petty. Asked and answered. If she shows up at my door wanting her stuff, we'll give it to her. But we're not going to aid in her poor decisions by using any of our time and resources to satisfy her demands when she cannot be bothered to make a phone call. There you go. They also said they will respect my privacy, but according to them, they hacked into my personal accounts and devices. Hacked! Not only is this unethical, but it's most likely illegal. Ralph loves to use that word hacked. That's what he said about the
Yeah, really. I'm surprised everyone like is just a massive hacker. Totally, like, I guess if like you just look at someone's, like, open them and like enter a passcode. Oh, you hacked into my phone. So stupid.
Did Cable pull a stretch and fall asleep already? Oh, maybe
she is very sleepy. She took a nap earlier, but she wanted to be up for the show because she's a sweet snowflake. And I mean that in a good way.
Mandy's gonna call her a lazy Mexican, like Stretch. The ethics of the actions depend upon our intent. So far as legality, the ultimate plan is to turn this information over to the police and courts anyway. So we'll face the law and judgment at some point, as will the GUNT. That's the important thing. They went through Faith's DMs to try and prove that Ralph was doing illegal stuff. I think that was the main purpose. Hacked. Let me guess, they swiped right on her phone and then opened up the apps. Hacked.
Yeah.
I don't. I got drunk and I dumped a sex tape. Hacked. Totally.
I would assume headshot. I would assume that yes, an Eskimo would be a snow Mexican. They're similar. Maybe like I can't think of anything else. So yeah, Eskimo, snow Mexican.
This one I love, especially if they're Discord DMs, because it does say edited if you change anything in there. I don't know if these messages are altered, although I would not put it past my father. Another line by the GUNT. Yes, definitely. Neither Mrs. V nor myself have any history of using such dastardly tactics. Why would we submit altered messages, images, data to the authorities? Especially during their interview when they said, we don't think he's done anything wrong, but we're going to keep looking. Your miscalculation was that we had any intent to share this information publicly in the first place. A very long history as a trust-based business with no record of defrauding anyone should make this quite clear. But what I do know is this: I do not consent to any of the sharing of the messages in public. You access them without my knowledge or consent, and I am telling you publicly to cease and desist. Very legal turn. Seems like someone knows that they did something against the law, and they're sweating. And they're now getting the lawyer speak in there. I will save this matter for the authorities to decide, but I will report all the crimes that I've discovered. Ooh, and any additional crimes, more than one, and any additional that I'm sure will come to light. Next one. And the big reason that they say they are doing all of this is my boyfriend, Ethan Ralph. My father has always hated Ethan because of how we got together. Yeah, this is what I said. How they got together has little to do with my hatred of Ethan Ralph. Rather than go into another litany of perfectly acceptable reasons why I hate him, I stand by the revenge porn that he released being the reason enough for any father to hate a man. Really, any man to hate another. And for my rage, Mrs. V's position as a woman, much more brutal than mine. Now he's using the army of trolls who drove me into a hospital as a weapon against me. Another gunt line. Yeah, definitely. Mrs. V and I are our own weapons. We use the tools available to us. Exactly. If we're reporting on it, well, we're reporting on it. And it's a shame because, yeah, it's all public. What can you do? This is the reality. I want to state very clearly that Ethan Ralph absolutely did not release revenge porn on me. Nice work, Gunt. Faith was isolated in a hospital without technology when everyone watched you do it. She is either lying for you, guarding for you, has no concept of how technology works, or doesn't care. But she has no basis to make such a declarative statement, such as this line that you have written for her. How long
have they been together? I'm sorry, I read ahead, but how long have they been together?
I think.
And they're planning to marry. Jeez, oh my fucking God, Ralph, what are you fucking doing? 3 months, and okay, now I'm gonna get married.
Yeah, I know, Chetnik, sometimes the notification just doesn't work, sometimes it does. People keep telling me. And you'll really notice it during HEJAS, like the viewers are like massively different some weeks just because notification doesn't go out. It's weird.
3 months, man. That's gonna end badly. And if they have kids, it's gonna end even fucking worse. What are you doing, Ralph? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we're not on Bitwave today. It just wasn't, for some reason, the bit rate was at 0, and it just wouldn't connect. And we tried it a few times, and then I tried going straight to YouTube, and it worked. So it's something to do with the Bitwave servers. I'll tell Dispatch later. Now, this part I love. He had my consent to record the video. We're still together, and we plan to marry soon. He had a consent to record the video. Did he have your consent to release the video? That seems to be missing. There's a sentence here. Where is that sentence? Doesn't exist. Whoops. Whoops. Yes, no, you need both of those statements for it to be any good, to mean anything. Mrs. Gunt, that's rich. This is horrifying, but completely expected. And what I was saying is, if they got married, well, she wouldn't have to testify against him in a court of law, especially if they did it very quickly. Especially if Ethan Ralph is sweating really, really hard right now. I would rather have never talked about this topic publicly, but my father has made it necessary. We pushed the Gunt into a corner, and we weaponized a girl against her parents. It was never necessary. It changes nothing. It does nothing more than deflect from his abhorrent, degenerate behavior at the expense of a girl he supposedly loves. Skip this one. Oh, this one I love as well. I wish, this is such a weird statement. I wish they would focus on my brothers instead of neglecting them for this insane war against my boyfriend. This line here is so gunt guard that my sides are splitting because the only idiots who made this laughable comment are his people. Let me never let me break down some very simple math for everyone. Most two-parent households these days, especially in miserable California, require each parent to work a full-time job. That is 8 hours per day, 5 days per week, away from their children. Our situation is unique. We own our own business. We have employees. Our school-age children are homeschooled. Mrs. V and I usually do most of the work from home, and employees run our store most of the time. So what they're pretty much saying is going to be that just because they're going after Faith and work and keeping the abortthereport.com running and doing interviews and flying across states to go and help Faith out, doesn't mean that their sons are out in the backyard chained and starving. I think that they would still probably be getting clothed. They would still probably be getting fed, schooled, and even loved. I think those things, those are necessities for any child, are probably still occurring. Probably still occurring. The only thing that's not occurring would be lack of money for things like holidays and college funds, because that was all spent. All spent.
I mean, let's be honest here. You know, every internet show, unless you're like super big, you're not going to be making consistent money for an entire like lifetime, let alone for like a couple of years. Like Ralph is not going to be making near enough money to have a family and support a family in like 2 years. I'm going to bet that right now. So that's not good.
Anyway, I think the last one that we'll do is... Oh, I went past it. I don't anticipate putting out any more statements, although we will see if they're needed. There's that we again. Thus confirm. I didn't pick that one up. Thus confirming the GUNTS role in this statement. I can make a 100% promise that there will be more. We go after the GUNT, the more he will deflect and hide behind Faith, trying to pretend we're going after her instead of going after him. We're admittedly never liked the GUNT. We've had good reason not to like him and every reason to despise him, but even I didn't expect this quivering mass of a false bravado to cower behind his barely legal paramour while she tried to block for his degeneracy with false statements that obviously he wrote for her. Wow. We will end it there. What has the chat been saying? Evman Butts. Having kids is highly unlikely to help a lazy alcoholic posse get their shit together. Yeah, well, that's it. There isn't enough room in the crack shack for more people. Live amongst the trash. How does he even pay? Oh, he doesn't even pay rent? No, I don't think so.
I'll be right back. I gotta go get my finest Jewish texts.
Alright, I'll pull up the Cyraxx stuff after this, yeah. If she married Ralphine, she may be able to get all of his shekels. There you go. Ralph is the kind of person who has kids before they can even look after themselves. If Ralph and Faith have a kid, it'll wind up like a baby in Train Spotting. Oh no, that's horrible. Anyway, I did want to cover that. Because it was quite important. I know it's not music talk, but it is of when we start making Daft Cunt stuff. Yeah, Matt Jarbo, he went a bit quiet for a few weeks there. He just says that he's been busy, so hopefully he'll get back up on the song. Do you want to see what I've made so far, actually? Because I do have it unlisted. Let's quickly do that, just to give everybody a bit of an update, and then we'll go on to the Cyraxx stuff.
Ooh, sneak preview.
Yeah, so I sent this just to Matt Jarbo, because I wanted to show the fact that I changed the song a lot. I didn't go with what we were making on stream. I don't know. I've never really done many remixes before, so I just wasn't feeling it. It just wasn't my style, if that makes sense. I want to see what he thinks though about it. Where the bloody hell is he? There we go, Jarbo. This is a total draft, by the way, so don't think that this is not going to have lots of other stuff added to it and be totally different by the end. was just trying to give him an idea of what to do. So this is what I'm thinking for the Better Than Me remix. It'll start off similar, but then go into a totally different thing where I actually make it. Because I just wanted to, I was like, nah, I want to do a synthwave thing. I think it'll be a lot fatter if we have Matt Jarbo rapping the Better Than Me stuff over the synthwave. So let's have a listen. Yo! How's it going? Is this playing up? This is playing up. In the guitar and all the elements, and I really didn't like it. Let's skip through. I'm just going to explain what's happening. So first of all, it's going to start with a bit of the remix of the original Better Than Me song. Then it's going to go into the next song. I'm going to show you what it sounds like with the computerized lyrics in. They're a bit out. It starts in time, but it gets a bit out of whack, especially with the chorus. So don't mind that if doesn't sound like it's flowing very well. It's just because it's just not sitting right with the song. That's all. Okay, let's have a listen, and I'll show you what I'm thinking about.
Voice identification confirmed. Welcome back, Captain Jarbo.
Give me a status report.
Certainly. Since we last spoke, I have identified several weaknesses in the target. You will be working with the biggest faggots in the known galaxy. Your primary mission is to take down Ethan Ralph. You must not fail.
Alright, and during this part, we'll have you talking and saying, "Oh, Ralph, you don't think I can rap? Check out this." Something like that. I'll have a big wiser sound coming in. Bring in the beat of a new song. So it'll be this big build. And then just cuts to you.
Hey, guess who's back with the gay optics? Matt with the cockless style. You guys rock with hot shit, check all the boxes, engage the cut switch, boot up the block lists. Yes, it's time for me to be redeemed. Ralph sticking his knee in a barely legal team. So assemble a team, we've got a string to kill into the grease mobile. Let's make Ethan scream. We're really headed for the win, son. With Gate Optimus Prime, we gotta win, son. So let's see if we can dig some shit up, and if we can't, fucking invent some. Look at this child, so innocent. Kid's gone missing, and Dad's probably out of his mind. Are you listening? Big bad Ralph's looking out for fucking meth-headed kids to be jizzing in. That fucking sham of a marriage, no kids, was the last woman damaged. There's loads of college kids up on campus that you can trap and drag back to the mattress. Old Matt wouldn't have this.
Yeah, so you can hear the lyrics getting pretty much out of time by now. I tried getting them, I just don't know what it was. It was like
I could off. If he ends up never wanting to record those vocals, I could if you send me the clipped audio, I could stretch them out to make them flow a little bit better.
Yeah, it's because they're computerized. I just couldn't get it to work. No, he's gonna do it, so hopefully.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah, it's coming out good. I like the intro. The intro kind of reminds me of kind of like something you maybe I don't know, Men in Black intro, with the robot voice
and then have
the funk
a riser, and then it'll have a riser sound, and then having Matt talking shit. So add actual content where he's like, "Hey Ralph, guess where I am? I'm on the Daft Gun, or I'm singing a remix. Eat his dick, you fat fuck." And then just bam, drop it into his thing with the synthwave instead. That was
No, it's coming along. Aside from obviously the chopped up vocals and stuff, but once you actually get the actual thing, I think it will come along a lot better.
Yeah. Now I wanted to I want to have a chorus for the song as well, so I'm going to have to change the lyrics around a bit. So I'm working with Matt with that, and the baby back stuff. I'll have to change that, and then change the style of the song as well, just for that part. But this is the chorus anyway. We'll get into it. I did the lyrics myself, by the way, because I had to simplify them to see if they would work. So it's just me singing, but I'll get Matt to do it. And they may change, by the way.
Please stand by. Blocklist load.
Yeah, so this would be your voice, not mine. Okay, fine.
my baby.
There you go. That's the chorus. And then the baby back will be something different again. Hey, Cat, what are you doing? The other thing is the bass isn't sitting right because it's out of... It's not... it starts weird, like it loops weirdly, so I'm just going to redo it, I think, at this point. Hey, kitty? You want to sit on my lap? All right. But there you go. That's where that song is at the moment.
Speaking of songs, I started Juice. I sent it to you earlier, and I tweaked it up like you said. I started to work on an intro song for SkullJuice. I figure I'd ship it over to Juice in separate files and see what he can add on top of it. Juice, you want to give him a quick playthrough? I could send it over.
Oh yeah. Or we could go into Cyraxx and then do that at the end.
Yeah, it's rendering now, so that'd probably be the best.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, Cyraxx stuff. Cyraxx.
Listen, Mandy. I have read many anatomy textbooks on monkeys, and that's not balls. That is her butt. I am very learned, as you know. I read only the finest Jewish textbooks on monkeys and balls.
All right, so if you didn't know from Hejast, I think most people were here from have seen Hejast, or just give them an update. Cyraxx the Goblin. Cat, what are you doing? Get off. Cyraxx the Goblin, he went around wanted to release an album, but he was using other people's instrumentals, and he wasn't crediting them correctly. Or he was just downright stealing the music and then singing over the top when he wasn't allowed to. And then he was planning to sell that on an album. This, of course, got him copyright struck down. And I think a few trolls then just started flagging him as well, probably. And he lost his channel over this after Hejast last weekend when we were talking about it. It happened later that night. I certainly hope that any of the flags were legitimate and weren't some of our fans or something like that, because I wouldn't be condoning that.
I mean, I contacted Zentrix, and he said that he was going to try to take the channel down for essentially, like, trying to steal his shit. So maybe it was Zentrix, the guy who made the beat that he stole.
Yeah, well, he said he was going to, so, yeah. So what's happened since then? He came out with a video saying that beat... Did we play that on Hejast? The beat fevery one? Yeah, we did. Where
yeah.
There's no such thing as beat thieving. There's no such thing. He tried to prove that... His argument is that, if you have music and it's up online, anyone can come along and just steal it. And that's fine.
Now, here's the thing, though. Before you play this one, you should play How and Why I Have Trouble Making Says on My Work, because he flashes from his phone, very clearly not his artwork, saying it's his artwork. That one is... That one came before this.
And this And this is what he does with his music as well. He'll straight up play other people's music and say it's his, and then pretend to play the keyboard. And it's clear that it's not him. He really thinks that he's tricking everybody. It's hilarious.
And the thing is, it's like this is one of Juice's favorite ones, is where he's playing on a beat pad and he's trying to pretend like he's doing this like DJ dubstep session, and the fucking ad comes on Spotify or YouTube or whatever, and he's like, "How'd that get in there?" Like, dude. Oh god! But the fact that he's so fucking asshole-ish about it, you know?
Yeah, that's what makes me hate him, but that's why it makes him a great lolcow, is because he deserves it. He
really does. He's a fuck, man.
Yeah. All right, here we go. What are they? They're talking about balls in the chat now. Cable said, "What if your blue jeans are also just balls, Mandy? Wouldn't doubt it." Oh dear. We can be the ball boys. That's not law that we need. No. All right, I'm pushing play. Just gonna accept that happened. And
all right, what's up, guys?
Life. I'm guessing there's no timestamps for the Skull Kiddos page.
I actually want to speak on something real quick.
Play the first 5 minutes.
Something that has been...
I'm gonna eat chips as well, chat,
on my
so you
mind
know it's gonna
for,
be annoying.
you know, for a long time now. This is something that not a lot of people realize, that is a very, very real trend, in a sense. And it's something that, you know, not only me as a music artist, but me as an artist in general, as an artist, as a painter, as a drawing artist, I myself deal with, along with many other artists, deal with the same thing, which is art theft and lack of...
Sorry, I was getting charcoal
Now, see,
while you were starting.
the
Sorry.
main two reasons why it is that I am unable or have trouble making any kind of money off my work is, one, I was never offered business in high school.
Yeah, he is bald on top. Yes, that is true.
Here's the thing. In some of the newer ones, he's picking at his head more and more. And if I think it's in the Art Thief one, where he's picking at his fucking head and there's a big ass scab on it. And it makes me wonder, like, does Cyraxx have that thing where you pull out hair and shit? I wonder, you know? Do you know what I'm talking about? I forget what it's called. But, like, it's where you obsessively, like, pull out your hair.
Because it's, like, all peach fluffy as well. It's not actually bald on top. It's just like... And that's what he says. He reckons his hair's coming back because he's got this peach fluff. So it's just a temporary thing. He's not actually bald, guys. He did say that. It's pretty funny.
By the way, I do have a couple timestamps, but we can just get to the beginning of it, and I'll get you them in a second.
Oh, for this video?
Yes.
Are they in the chat?
No, I didn't put them in. I'll give you them in a second. Just let the intro play out, and then I'll feed you some points. I'm going through it right now.
Okay. Yeah, here's some pictures of him here. That's it. That's his beautiful face when he was younger. This one I always love. This one's great. This is him thumbnail. Look at that smile.
Alright, so if you go to the 4-minute mark, he starts talking about how people steal his stuff.
It's such a great picture. He looks so happy.
Fucking used car salesman.
Oh, this is the bubblehead that the Ram Ranch Records made a merch store, and that's his bubblehead.
The fucking dick.
It's
fucking great.
Alright. Yeah, we might play... If we have time, we'll play some OC lore for those people, because people do keep asking. So go to 4 minutes now, you reckon?
Yeah, he explains how people steal his stuff.
Okay, here we go.
What it is that I'm talking about, because I've witnessed it firsthand, and I've seen other people go through it. What these people will do
he looks like
is they will see an image. Like, let's say I post my latest art piece, which Crypt K saw very recent, actually earlier. Let's say I post up my newest piece, which is Face of Wonder, which is my newest abstract facial art expression piece. Like, let's say I create a site and I put it up on there. What these people will do is they will go in, they will screenshot or download or somehow really get their hands on the image. What they will do is they will get their hands on the fucking image, and from there they will, you know, steal the videos. If there's any videos, they'll go in and they will, you know, do all this shit to steal the artwork, and then they will turn around and resell it. Which is why it's very, very hard for me to make any kind of money off my...
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing to him, right? And I want to remind the people watching, and I'm gonna upload it into Stream Submissions in 1 second. I'm just looking for where I fucking put it because I'm disorganized as fuck. But remind people that this is the same guy that did exactly just that, and actually still has a merch store up. Here it is. Check Stream Submissions. Still has a merch store up. Selling other people's artwork from DeviantArt. This is the same fucking guy. It's fucking ridiculous. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
There's this merch store, and it's got artwork that is not his.
Yep, that is 100% not his. He just slapped a logo on it, and now he's trying to sell it. So he's doing the exact same thing. It's so blatant and fun.
Now, I'd love to re-show like a minute of the video about the music stealing, but the channel's been totally taken down, so it's a bit hard to do it.
Well, I actually have a copy of it, but I have to upload it MP4 version. But the short version of that is beat thievery does not exist because if you put it online and someone does something to it, then that transforms the beat, and then you own the beat. So logically, I guess Cyraxx is saying that if you do that to art, it's fine as well, but not his art.
Yeah, not his art.
It's so fucking dumb.
All right, let's play another minute, and then we'll go on to the next one.
My artwork is due to that theft. There have been times where I've had to go in and steal back my own artwork that has been stolen from me. Whether I show the video or don't show the video, that's irrelevant. Granted, yes, having video evidence does help. I will admit that.
Right,
but let's be honest.
Next timestamp is 14, and he talks about his business prowess and his experience with business.
Now, when it comes down to the business side of things, where I'm stuck at isn't the creating the work itself. It's the business aspect. It's the marketing, the getting people interested and drawing them in and getting them to want to buy the art. And that's where I'm stuck at. And it isn't because I'm not good at what I do. It's because of the fact that I was not given any proper business classes when I was in high school. Which is why I have so much trouble making sales. Along with these trolls trying to shut me down for no reason. And it's
for no reason. No reason that anyone would want to stop.
I'm asking all you trolls that don't like me to give me a chance. Give me that chance to prove to you that I am good to my word.
Pause it real quick.
Give me a chance to show you.
I said this earlier on my stream when we were originally going over this, that it sounds so much like the first time Chris Chan interacted with his trolls. Like, I am not a badass. I am not a bad person. Please leave me alone. Like, I'm getting so many, especially with the fake Cyraxx saga going on now. It's like complete flashback to Chris Chan, like back in the day.
Who was this guy? This is Cyraxx. This is our favorite goblin. We don't just talk about Ethan Ralph over here, yo. Man, he said, it's true. I explained this to Phil Collins, and now I own all of his music. Well, there you go. I do like it is a good song.
I'm skimming through, and there's some other bits, too, in this where he actually shows the artwork. I want to get to the high school story, though, so keep playing real quick, and I'll get you a timestamp.
Is that I'm not the asshole that everybody makes me out to be, because I'm really not. Hell, you can even ask Crack Joint Gomez or even Crypt K. I'm not that asshole that everybody thinks that I am.
Yeah, I got the artwork. It's at 25, 26.
Actually, no, I did not. The story behind that, dude, I didn't necessarily drop out. Alright, so if y'all don't know, what happened was I was in high school. This is the whole story about, why I didn't get to finish. When I was in high school, we went about our routine.
Okay, so
of
the
senior year.
high school story, it's coming up. So you just keep playing it. It's really interesting. Yeah.
You know, we did everything. We paid our dues, all that shit. We did senior skip day where we could have fun.
Fucking the way he has to lean in. Someone said earlier in the stream that it's like DSP.
But what happened was, it was day. Let me put it this way: it was day before graduation. Okay, literally the day before graduation, and whatnot. You know, we were all getting our stuff, our yearbooks, all that shit.
Okay.
You know, all that good stuff, and we were doing, you know, rehearsals for the graduation. You know, about, I want to say like 10, 11, maybe 12 o'clock ish rolls around. You know, that time rolls around. All the seniors go down to the auditorium to practice for, you know,
DSP's
the
still around, man.
graduation ceremony.
He still does his
We
streams.
get through with that. Couple hours pass.
You can't abort DSP.
I'm sitting there hanging out with some of my friends because
He'll
it was
survive
senior
a
skip day
nuclear
that
fallout.
day as well, so we could pretty much do
And
whatever
still
we
stream the
wanted.
next day.
I was
He's a
actually
pig
hanging
roach.
out in the band room with some of my friends. You know,
Now, I
want
wanna
to in the music room. And
Who
what,
is- Like, I want to see if we could ever get into or get an interview with one of like Cyraxx's high school like friends. Because first of all, I don't know if he even. Can you imagine this fucking guy having friends in high school? I can't see it. But like, I really, really want to get an interview of someone because this story makes no fucking sense. Like he gets into it in a minute, but like, I also have noticed that like a lot of these people they obsess over fucking high school and like it's like the one like good time that they've ever had social interaction, and then after high school he's just been stuck in a fucking basement with like no one to interact with, so he like obsesses over high school and is like, oh, the good days. Like that's kind of the vibe I get, but I could be wrong.
whatnot, having a good time, yada yada yada, and whatnot. And I just happened to be working on an album cover at the time for a friend of mine. I was sitting down there hanging out with them and shit, and just genuinely having a good time. Well, I get called down to the office. I'm sitting there thinking, okay, maybe I'm going down there to pick up my cap and gown because they were calling people down there to pick up their cap and gowns. I go down there to thinking that, oh, you know, I'm going to pick up my cap and gown. I was wrong. I was totally wrong. The principal was like, yo, like, we need to talk and whatnot. I was like, all right, cool. Like, what's going on? I figure, like, maybe something.
You know, as principals say, yo, nigga, we need to talk.
Now, keep in mind, I had all my credits for graduation. I had like 4 or 5 extra credits over what I had initially needed to graduate. I had like a few credits over.
Oh no, I can see
I go
where this
down
is
there,
going.
sitting
This
down
is
there
such
talking to her.
bullshit.
She says that I'm not allowed to graduate with my class. And I asked her, I'm like, why? What's going on? Oh, you don't have the necessary credits to graduate. And I showed her everything. I showed her, hey, I've got all of the credits I need to graduate. I don't see the problem. She still continued to say that I was not allowed to graduate with my class and that I did not have all of my credits, which I actually did. I had the forms and papers proving it. Now, what happened was I flat out told her, I was like, look,
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
One of two ways. You know, we can take this and, you know, drop it and, you know, you can let me graduate.
You can
with
just
my
drop
class,
it and
or
let me graduate.
I can take this to the school board of ed and come after you for, you know, being racist, because everybody knew that our principal was racist.
What? What?
He's racist towards goblins, man. She was racist towards goblins.
Oh no. Goblin racism, it exists. He had the credits, guys. Trust him. It was just that she was a goblin racist. She just didn't like those cave dwellers. They ate her friend. Ever since then, she's had that racism towards goblins and other trolls.
This is what I want to know, because it's fucking Akron, Ohio. How many fucking black people are in fucking Ohio, let alone as a principal? So clearly, it has to be goblin racism.
I can just imagine him being bald as well when he was in high school. I bet you he was never bald. He's been bald ever since he was a child, yeah. You consider
it gets better though, because they go to court. Yeah.
Oh really? Oh man. Yeah. Okay, come on. I gotta do this.
How she had a
there's
job?
There's so much lore with this guy.
Know.
Jesus Christ! Every week.
She genuinely did not like me for whatever reason. So she still wouldn't let me graduate. So I flat out had picked up my stuff. And I left. I flat out told her, I was like, fine, you know, I'll see you in court. So I picked up my stuff and I left the school. We set up a court date to go talk to the, well, not really a court date. I guess it's basically a court date for, you know, school board. However you want to call it. I don't know what you would call it. It's like an appointment or what the fuck ever. Well, I go in there to talk to them. I showed them all the proof. They still sided with her and would not let me graduate. Reason being, and I found this out later on down the road. Reason why they would not, the reason why they sided with her was because of the fact that her family was actually the original owners of the school that I was supposed to graduate from.
Of course.
They had owned the school. They had bought it flat out and owned it. And they weren't going to challenge her on it.
Of course.
Yeah, because that's how that works.
Yeah, it just works like that, guys. Totally discriminated.
And then I shit in my
bikini. And the thing I love too is about this is that, okay, so you couldn't graduate. It didn't say you couldn't go back to the school. You could have gone back for another year, but instead of going there or even going to a trade school or doing something else, he's like, well, I'm just going to live in my fucking basement. Fucking eat mold the rest of my life. Fuck it.
That's it.
Oh fucking God.
Why I wasn't able to graduate because of the fact that I supposedly didn't have all my credits when I did.
In quotation marks, supposedly didn't have all my credits. When I did, guys, it was just racism.
I like how he ends this segment, though, before we get to the art part of it, because he's like, it's not my fault. See? Not my fault, see?
All right.
It's like he's trying to convince himself. I love it.
All right. How old is he? I don't know. Can't remember, actually.
And
he's 25.
I later found out that
still young.
Not only did I get falsely accused of not having all my credits, but I come to find out that the principal was actually racist and did not like me for whatever fucking reason.
I'm going to order
So
Indian.
me not graduating isn't my fault. We took to court. We fought for months. Guess
totally
what?
went to court. Not just
Nothing
a school board
happened.
meeting.
I'm still stuck here without a diploma, not able to get my GED. Therefore, I'm stuck in this position. Not my fault.
Here, I'll do it
Now,
again.
as far as business goes, like I said,
If I spelled
All right,
I was not presented with the classes. They did not offer business and marketing classes when I was in high school. So I had to learn after
He
high
looks
school.
at least 40,
I had
yeah.
to learn on my
That's totally
own.
true.
So, Carlos, what you don't realize, my dude, aka
My dude.
Juggalo 972, what you don't realize, my guy.
Every time he says Juggalo, I
And
chuckle a
my
little
boy
bit.
Crip K even said this multiple times.
Oh,
My
Crip K
artwork
was
and
in
my
our
music
chat, by the
isn't for everyone. You might not be a fan of it. Other people are. But at the end of the day, art is still art. Whether you love my work or hate my work, I'm still going to do it regardless.
Yeah, you see how it just,
And for
it's
you
not
to
like...
sit there and say that music's more my forte and that I don't know what I'm doing art-wise, think about this, my guy. My great-grandmother was a very accomplished author and artist in her own right. She had actually written and sold over 100 plus copies
It's all too
of a small-time book that she had
100
written
plus
and
copies.
did all the artwork for. And that talent for artwork not only got passed on from her, it got passed on to my cousin. Well, he's not really my cousin, but he's like a really good friend of the family who's basically like my cousin. My cousin Jason, who owns his own tattoo shop up in Alaska, who got offered a spot on New York Inc. by Ami James, which he turned down because Ami was being a total dick.
All right, so this part is where he starts to show his
Now,
quote-unquote art.
That talent not only got passed on to my cousin Jason, it got passed on to myself, one of my sisters. It got passed on to one of my cousins. So artwork is in my blood, my dude. So for you to sit there and say that art is not what I'm good at, that's where you're wrong. My art style just happens to be different than what you're used to seeing. You're used to seeing high-end, crazy, insanely good fucking detail. You're used to seeing that shit. Matter of fact, let me show you guys an example of my artwork.
Okay, so pause it real quick. I want chat to pay attention when he shows this artwork. First of all, you can very well tell that it was done on physical canvas with some type of watercolor or oil. I'm not an artist. I don't know jack shit about that, but Cable, who does do art, says it's definitely a watercolor. So it's a physical canvas. Where the fuck is this fucking canvas that he does all this art on? That's what I want to know. Where's his setup, you know? It's always a digital screenshot of something, right? It's never physical with him. And that's what I want chat to pay attention when he starts showing this artwork. I've tried to do reverse image searches on it, but I couldn't find anything myself.
Bloody challenge doesn't work. Just work.
Uh-oh.
I'll just copy and paste a whole bunch of times. All right. Let's show you this artwork. Man, he's getting those points. Jesus.
This is actually one of my more better pieces right here. See, it's very dark and honestly very, very weird.
Bullshit. Absolutely
And then
bullshit. He did not paint that. Absolute bullshit. There's no fucking way he painted that. No fucking way.
No.
There's no fucking... First of all, again, it's not on it's just the painting. There's no like actual like physical thing. And I don't think this guy has a fucking print to digital scanner, you know?
No. No. There's no way.
The Cable says it looks acrylic.
Alright, here's the other one.
Which is one of my cityscapes. It's an abstract cityscape.
Bullshit.
So as you can tell, my artwork is very different than most. I do the weird style of art.
It's just a weird style, guys. That's all it is. Alright, and then
That's
there's
like,
this other one.
He never describes his art like outside of just it's very weird, it's very dark, it's very abstract. He just uses those fucking words over and over again. There's no other descriptors.
Yeah, see how the challenge thing doesn't work? I don't know what's to go. It just won't work for me. Oh,
It's the style that I enjoy. Yo, The Crow is the fucking shit. I fuck with the Crow films.
he fucks with them? Okay.
Hashtag rest in peace, Brendan Lee. For sure.
Hashtag.
Alright, show us this other
But like, you see what I mean, though? My artwork is very, very weird. And It's got an odd vibe about it, which draws people in.
Draws people in.
It's just got a weird vibe, guys. It's just got a weird vibe.
So, if we go to the which one was it? Yeah. I think that's the one where he talks about collecting destroying customs first. And he starts talking about how he collects cans and sells them for a living. Because he's a fucking goblin and inside of the road picking up cans and shit.
Alright. Is there a timestamp for this one? Or?
It's right at the beginning.
Let's do it. Oh, Greek recorded some audio. You won't be able to hear this, but the stream will. Don't get too skinny. We like thick thighs and booty here on twitter.com. That's great. Thick thighs. Thick thighs. Whoever said that says thick thighs really well. Wonder who that was. Thick thighs. All right, let's get going.
So.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mandy.
Little Customs. AKA the bitch that took down for no fucking reason. Well, there's a reason, but it's a stupid reason.
Look at that pillow in the background that he has.
Bruh.
It looks like it has blood on it.
Down.
It does have blood on it.
That's probably from his fucking head because he keeps picking at it.
Yeah, and see, look at these little marks. They're skid marks because he sits on his pillow too. Or he probably I don't know. Goblins probably wipe their ass by just sticking their ass up against the wall and just moving it.
Jesus
I don't know.
Christ.
Not sure how it works.
I don't want to imagine the smell. Ugh.
All right, let's do it.
On my channel. Because I took your wrench. Bruh. What the actual fuck? I take your wrench away for a very serious action that was not cool. Then, when I proceeded to take your wrench away off of my channel, instead of approaching me like bro or a real man and coming to me and talking to me and saying, hey, can we talk? You took my wrench. Was it a mistake? What did I do wrong? Instead of coming to me and talking to me like a man, what did you proceed to do? You proceeded to act like a fucking 5-year-old that isn't getting his way in the fuck store and take down my channel.
In the fuck store?
And then, when I confront you about it on Blue's channel, you run and hide from confrontation. Dude, CPN even said the same thing. You run like a bitch every time you don't get your way. And see, the difference between me and you, Customs, yes, I may do scrapping cans and metal for a living, which there is good money in. I may do other odd jobs for a living. But unlike you, at least I have honest work under my belt.
Yeah, pause it real quick. Remember when Heather was talking
Unlike you,
about
I don't sit.
Remember when Heather was talking about that she got a job and he's like, congratulations, you got a normal job. I'm a YouTuber for a living and I make all this money doing my music. But now he's a hardworking fucking scrap collector. It's fucking give the goblins some aluminum cans. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, he goes through trash anyway, so why not? I think goblins love their trash.
Can you fucking imagine this fucking guy walking around a highway picking up cans with a stick and a plastic bag? Like, fucking loincloth, only thing missing? Jesus Christ.
Oh, I do want to write some music for him, but I keep trying to tell him, dude, I'll collab with you. Hit me up, Cyraxx. Check out my clout. But he never listens. Doesn't listen. God damn it. He's a can goblin, yeah. He's moving on up. There's cave goblins, and then there's trash goblins and can goblins. He's a trash can goblin. All right.
Sit around and make excuses as to why I'm being fucking lazy. See, when I'm not working on my music or I'm not doing my artwork and trying to follow in my great-grandmother's footsteps as an artist, I'm usually doing odd jobs, whether they be around the house or for a neighbor or what have you.
What chores and for his mom.
Yeah, I love the idea of like chores being a job. Like, they pay me in mold. They give me the cornbread and the mold juice, and I go down to my cave. That's called a job.
There's some good mold growing here, right?
Yeah, really. Look at that. That's going to get fuzzy soon.
No, well, that's probably his dinner, so he would pick at it. You know, he grows the algae so he can eat it. Or something. Look, the lights beaming off his head. It's lit up his whole head.
it's a halo.
It looks like something. It's coming out of his head, though. Look, like it's firing
fucking
lasers out.
I forget my Warhammer lore, but it's fucking Mork and Orc or whatever. The Orc gods coming down to give Cyraxx some new ideas for what he can do with his scrap metal. He's gonna start building a mech.
All right.
All you do is sit on your ass and live off the fucking government claiming that you're mentally insane, but you're not. You're just lazy as fuck. Because that's all you are, dude. You're lazy. You won't commit to any kind of work. Every time somebody calls you out on your bullshit, you get pissed and whine and cry and boo and hoo and have their channel taken down like a bitch.
His spirit's leaving his body, yeah.
So, Customs, you think I ain't got talent, motherfucker? Oh, believe you me, that is where you are far, far from being correct.
He's got talent at stealing shit. I'll give him that. and doing the WWE pacing back and forth and talk.
You little fucking wannabe tough guy.
Here we go. He's going to prove he has talent really quick. Just do the beginning. It's like great.
Is he going to sing?
Gork and Mork. That's what it was.
Oh, so this is when he sings.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It always comes back to it, doesn't it? Like you're doing some dumb shit.
Oh no! He's going to prove that talent now. Yeah!
It's a shame.
This guy to the little bitch Customs who thinks I have no talent.
Oh, no.
Can you pause
Here's to shutting you up, fuck boy.
Here's the thing. I really like this song by Linkin Park, but here I'm shutting you up with this song about self-hatred and loathing that I hate myself. I'm going to sing it to you, and that's going to prove that I have talent because I'm repeating someone's words who is fucking going through some extreme fucking self-esteem issues. That'll show you. That's all I wanted to say.
All right, let's do it.
Boy. Yeah, coward. Waking and sweat again. Another day's been laid to waste. In my disgrace. Stuck in my head again. Feels like I'll never leave this place. There's no escape. I'm my own worst enemy. I'm Kieran. I think I'm feeling. Is there nothing you can say? Take this all away. I'm suffocating. Tell me what the fuck is wrong with me. I don't know what to take. Thought I was focused, but I'm scared. I'm not prepared. I have preventated, looking for help somehow, somewhere, and no one cares. I'm my own worst enemy. I'm Kieran.
Sounds like a fucking Xbox Live, like Call of Duty match. It's angry.
All right, I've had enough. I've had enough.
It just sounds like an
Talent.
angry kid on Xbox Live. I can't believe done this.
Cyraxx is a garbage pail kid. Yeah, that's it. I've still got some of those. Yeah, that was his proof of his talent. That was wonderful.
It's so bad. Chester's fucking spinning in his fucking grave.
All right, so the last one is calling out Art Thief Nads 6969. What a name.
Nice 69. Can I get a nice in chat?
No, it's Nads. Art Thief Nads.
No, like, because 69, the meme is like, you say 69, it's like nice.
Oh,
okay. That's the meme.
Right.
Fucking boomer.
All right, well, okay, so he's been stealing music. He thinks that you can't be a beat thief. There's nothing wrong with it. That doesn't work. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as beat thievery. You can take whatever song you want, but no, now someone's been stealing art. Let's get into this one. And then we'll show you some old school OC Cyraxx lore for those people who don't know Cyraxx that well. I have the suicide PSA video that he made with his girlfriend Heather.
God.
We'll go over that and just explain some of the older lore. All right.
Now, how much do you want to bet that this whole rant goes into him singing somehow?
Probably.
Now look at his fucking head. Look at that fucking head. Do you see that scab on it?
Yeah, the scabs. Ew.
Dude, I'm telling you, he picks at his head as like it's like a condition. I forget what it's called. Look at that shit. There's dried blood all over it.
Yeah, there's one there. There's a big dent there. There's another one there. There's skin here. And then it's all spotty all over here. Yeah, that's a bit of skin there. Oh, that looks really bad. Nasty.
I know, right? That's where the blood comes from on his pillow. I'm telling you.
That's nasty.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Cyraxx.
I hope you have the horror film in there. We could do the horror
I wanted
film.
to speak on something.
Does anyone have that, actually?
That I just recently found out. Which is the Art Thief on DeviantArt. One of the most prolific art thieves on DeviantArt.
It's like the dude from...
Who I also found out
reminds me of the dude from Texas Chainsaw 2. Have you ever seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2?
No.
There's a dude who has a metal plate and he picks at it with a fucking coat hanger. That's what fucking Cyraxx. He looks just fucking like the guy. Fucking picks at his fucking big ass open scab with a metal fucking coat hanger. Like that's 100%. The minute I saw metal plate in the chat, I'm like, dude, that's Cyraxx right there.
Dude, what is this one? I'm sorry, but this is only 30 seconds long. I just got to put this up on screen. What is this? 24 seconds. He looks really young.
What the fuck? That's fucking terrifying. What the fuck? Why does he look so fucking weird? Without any hair on his fucking chin, he looks fucking like...
That's what he looked like as a teenager. He looked like a female goblin.
Jesus Christ, it's terrifying.
Oh, man, his eyes are all indent. Oh, man. What? That is it looks photoshopped. If you showed that to someone, people would be like, nah, dude, that's not real. That person doesn't exist. No, that person exists. Oh, dude, I gotta download that.
Jesus
I am
Christ, yeah, really. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Oh my god. That's like, you know what that is? That's his O face. That's the noise he makes when he finishes injecting mold inside you.
Yeah, that's it. I found the short film. All right, so we got 2 OC Cyraxx laws. There's him dancing as well. If you want to see him dancing, I think most people have seen that. Oh, we could finish up with that one. All right, let's go back to the other video. That's definitely horrifying.
That was terrifying. Yeah, really.
Yeah, wow. I had to do it. I had to see what was going to happen.
Jesus Christ.
My haters who likes to shut my shit down on my shop. as well as try to attack me for no reason on here and many others. And this person goes by the name of Nads6969 on DeviantArt. Now, I do want to give it to the person responsible for helping me to find this art thief.
Mandy wants us to stop.
She actually did a video showcasing some of the people that Nads has stolen from.
Now, here's the thing. My own research. He claims this person has been going after him, right? But the same person has been stealing other people's art and was called up by Creep Show something or other, and he's like another YouTuber who's more popular. So what I'm assuming is Cyraxx saw that this person was stealing art from other people and is claiming that she stole art from him in order to get some type of recognition or traction from the Creep Show video, calling out it originally. At least that's my assumption.
Still better than Nacion's music. Well, yes. There you go. All right.
Search through Nads' DeviantArt and found some of my artwork. But the person I'm referring to is Creepy Show Art, or Creep Show Art on YouTube. Shout out to Creep Show Art. Thank you again, Creep Show, for actually making this video. It definitely helped. But what Nads6969 does is she will go on to DeviantArt. Now, not only is she a mega Sailor Moon fan, which I can't hate. I mean, I'm a Sailor Moon fan as well. It's an anime that I grew up on.
He grew up with Sailor Moon,
But
Dragon Ball Z, and
over
Speed
the years,
Racer.
she's acquired a taste for different art.
No.
Including my own work of,
Degeneracy.
Various art styles that I've done, not counting my most recent, horror and odd art. But she's taken even some of my comic art, some of my anime art, as well as many countless other deviants on DeviantArt, and basically traced over them, resold them, and got countless amounts of dollars.
Countless amounts of dollars.
To Nads6969, I'm calling your fake ass out, bitch. You want to sit there and steal from people? You want to sit there and steal artwork from myself and many other deviant artists who are damn good at what they do? Really? Who the fuck do you think you are? You didn't think I was going to call your fake ass out? And I know you're probably watching this video right now thinking, oh, why is he calling me out? Gee, I fucking wonder.
What's the bet they haven't seen the video?
I don't think this person has ever interacted with Cyraxx ever. I think, again, and if you go into the comments down there, you'll see like people explaining it. Like, I think Alexa Tells Jokes mentions it. Yeah, it doesn't match up with what he says. One minute you know her, then another minute she steals your art, and then you're looking into her after you've seen a video a couple weeks back. It goes from one thing to another. It's so funny. I
like,
don't
show the art. Show the art that she stole. If someone steals your art, you got to show it and be like, "This is the original art."
And the thing is and Creepshow didn't mention Cyraxx. He didn't show any of Cyraxx's art. It was all other people's art. So he's just latching onto this, I guess, to get traction. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it.
You not only stole from me, you stole from other people on DeviantArt. And you sold countless amounts of artwork. Not only have you stolen from other artists who are amazingly good in their own right, some which because of that video that Creepshow Art posted, I am now following on DeviantArt. Shout out to Creepshow Art and those artists. What's up, guys? But you sat there and you stole from myself. Somebody who actually enjoys art.
It's the same guy, only last week. only last week was complaining and telling us how, he can steal music off people and it's totally fine. And they should have followed all of these rules, but he's allowed to take whatever beat he wants, even if it's been sold. It's amazing.
It's the lack of self-awareness is so fucking great.
All right. Do we want to play any more of this? I think we get the point. And go into
you want to go into the old school
let's go into some old school Cyraxx lore. Okay, so there's a few that he's most well known for. First of all, this is his dance battle response to an old rival. Suplex has been on our stream before. He also used to rap battle. Cyraxx and him rap battled, and they also shadow boxed against each other. That's always funny. Probably don't have too much time to go into all of it. But he'll do all sorts of things. He does martial arts as well, where he jumps around with his little goblin legs kicking up everywhere.
He's also a fitness instructor with his CDK routine.
Oh, he does everything. Oh, we made it through the heist. Look at that. All right, so yeah, this is one of his dance-offs in response to an old rival.
Yo.
So this is how it's done, yo.
It's been like a few months. It's been quite a while since I recorded some shit, and I was washing dishes and I wrote something. So, fuck it.
You can laugh if you want things scam as a punk, trash in the trunk.
Yeah.
You can ride with me if you want, man. Where you wanna sit, in the back or the front? I'm nasty as fuck. Put somebody in a motherfucking body bag, zip it up, throw his ass in the trunk. Then I throw him in the vet, so my gas for lunch. How's that for a bag of lunch? Ain't scam, what the fuck?
It's just Aphex Twin. It's that one Aphex Twin video.
Wrote a lot of songs, didn't have a lot of money in the studio, would ask for too much. $100, I ain't with it.
Yeah, and so most people, when they first see this, like if you just stumbled across this video, most people think that that isn't actually a real person. It's a person with a creepy mask on. But no, that's actually Cyraxx, the goblin. Like, if if I saw any other video and it wasn't Cyraxx and I didn't know, I would be like, dude, that's a person with a mask.
I really, really, really want to get someone. I might end up just going on Fiverr and finding it, but I want someone to cut out the background. Like, I want someone to cut out the background and just have a green screen of Cyraxx dancing.
You can.
know?
I had it done for Anne Boleyn, and they said it had to be a more white background and stuff. He's moving. You have to find like only like a few seconds where he's not moving around too much for it to work. Yeah.
But it would be so fucking good to have a dancing fucking gif of him fucking doing this shit.
Like this. Like, just get that going back.
Yeah.
They like scam while you're being so hostile. Cause I always felt like I was a lost child. Didn't want to say it.
Picture it being in the way, though. It's just gonna fuck everything up unless they do it frame by frame.
So I walked out. And now I'm back at it, they laughed at it. Never gonna stop like I'm a crack addict. I'm past average and you can't stand it. You can't sleep bumming like a bad mattress. This black magic and now you feeling such like you a bad track.
This whole thing is just a big advertisement for Star Wars.
So I tell them listen up, let the bang go. Is anybody giving up till I say so? That I'm here to save a life, I'm here with the ghosts of ruin them. And who you think I am, not an angel. Except the angel of death. Aim for the head, bang, now you're dead. Now you're gonna lay in the bed, pray for the
dead.
There
goes
this little legs. Time to get up on the track and write flames with a pen. Everybody in it trying to say he the best. I'm just gonna kill the beat and lay him the rest. Get in a collab and scam me half-ass your verse and I
sucking off the ground.
Mine
now
is gone.
Brain.
If I bet I don't know what side I'm on. You couldn't even see me when the light is on. When I'm in this bitch, got the headphones on as I write this song.
Oh, there's those little legs.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
I would love to see someone go by in the background and just like shake their head. Like they're fucking. I would love to see someone just come by like, what the fuck?
He's so chuffed with himself. He's so chuffed with himself after that. Oh, it's too good. It's too good. All right, I gotta clear some of these tabs.
It really is like that. You know the video I'm talking about, right? The Aphex Twin video where it's the guy with like the deformed head in the room on the wheelchair, and then like the breakbeats start out. It's that to a fucking T. That's exactly. Yeah. Cyraxx hangs himself and like what?
Okay, so this is a short PSA film that they made about suicide.
Hey y'all, it's your girl.
Now, if you don't know who that is, that's Heather. That's his ex-girlfriend that he now makes lots of streams about, saying "fuck you, Heather." Now, Cyraxx last week called out this guy, is one of the dudes from his chat, because he was called out for beating his girlfriend. And so Cyraxx was calling that out. But then Heather came out and said, well, what about the time that you beat me? And Cyraxx says, no, that was your fault, because my fist was traveling through the air and you got in the way. So it didn't count that one time. And I blacked out, so I totally can't remember. Oy, oy, oy. Anyway.
This is just redneck. This is just female redneck Gappy from JoJo Part 8.
Now, Cyraxx comes in and talks about the importance of this film and what they're trying to do. Here we go.
And for those of you that are going through that, I want you to know that
that look when he puts his hand on her shoulder is a little disconcerting.
Or anything. Like, hopefully this film does, you know, show that to you. I definitely had fun doing it because, you know,
He had fun doing it.
Gone through that. She's gone through that. So it's definitely a very...
His fist is a sovereign citizen! That's so good.
Alright, bye y'all.
Alright, here's the film. Here's the PSA film. Here we go.
Hey, chat. If Cyraxx was a JoJo character,
Hey.
what would his stand be? If you guys know JoJo.
Sounds like degeneracy.
So you're not gonna believe what I just walked in on just coming home from class.
I'm listening.
Dwayne killed
Dwayne! Not Dwayne.
He hung himself in the closet. I came in and I saw the closet door open and he was right there. Just lifeless. Yeah.
That's how I react when my friends are dead in front of me. Oof.
Yeah, and with everything that's been going on, I can see what drove him to do it. I'll keep in contact and let you know when the memorial services are.
Okay.
Alright. Bye.
See, look, she can't even talk. Now he beats his mom and he tries to control her. So what's next?
Oh no. Evil online trolls in clown makeup. Cyraxx. Sorry, Dwayne, no!
Dwayne.
No, Dwayne, don't do it.
What the fuck with me like this?
Human emotion.
I don't fucking get it.
Ethan Ralph, no!
What's the little like voodoo doll in the background? Do you see that? Underneath the thing is like a weird fucking voodoo doll.
Yeah.
What is that?
I was trying to work out. That looks like a spawn. I think that says spawn. Not sure. Just looks like the old Spawn action figures. Cyraxx, yes, and you are correct. Cyraxx does wear his teeth as jewelry.
That's fucking...
Because if you didn't know that goblins are a lot like sharks, they will just lose their teeth and regrow them all the time. They have rows of teeth. So he just takes them out and wears them as jewelry. Why not? Why not?
I mean, who needs teeth? Who needs teeth when you have mold, you know?
Yeah.
Soft.
Rib Dwayne. I like how a friend is so disinterested. Yeah, and that was that seemed to be Cyraxx on the playing another character on the other end of the phone.
Yeah.
We all know it's coming. We all know it's coming. This closet is going to become a main feature very soon of this PSA film.
I wonder if this is why he had to be forced down in the basement, because his parents were like, or his grandmother was ashamed of him and doing the shit up in the daylight.
Alright, let's just skip forward.
They'll be sorry for what they did.
They'll be sorry for what they did later that evening.
I don't want to read this book either. Let me figure out what's going on here. Yeah, our closet door's open. Let me figure out what's going on.
My closet door is open. That seems unusual.
Do that book report. Alright, girl.
Wonder what's happened.
She has her finest curtain or drapes on.
Oh my god, no.
Thank God. I love her reaction. Acting!
No.
This can't be happening. Oh my bloody hell. No.
It's can't be happening. Oh no.
This is great acting.
No.
It's like when you like.
You dropped him! How could you do that?
What is...
Jane, no! Why?
Her reaction is like when you get home and your cat's like fucked with the food and got it all over the
breathing.
ground.
Oh, look at those socks. Oh, they're gonna make me hurl if I look at them.
Oh my god, yeah, what the fuck?
And then they give you text about a whole bunch of stats about stuff. Yeah, it's cool that number. Hard to read though. Definitely hard
Can
to
you
read.
can you play the totally real Cyraxx quote where he admits to beating women and fucking kids really quick?
Yeah.
After that, because that I feel like that's a good way to follow up right from that.
Oh, hey cat, how you going? Don't scratch me, please. All right, so this is his short film that he made called The Darkness. It is okay. Now, I must warn you that this is really fucking stupid, and we're gonna have to clip through quite a bit of it, because it's just a whole bunch of silence and a whole bunch of nothing. But the ending makes the film. I'm telling you right now, the ending just totally makes the film.
Is this going to be like a Slender Man thing?
Pretty much, yeah. But the ending is just beautiful. Now, Cyraxx is not the creature, people. Cyraxx is the protagonist and the hero in the story. Black females are the creatures in this universe. All right, let's go. May have given away too much. Damn it. That noise. Oh, that noise. Present day. Wow, that skipped a bit. Oh. Wonder what that was about. Oh, the goblin is asleep. So was that a dream? But then it was back in time? Who knows?
I like the day for night shot. It's very clearly daytime, but I just throw a night vision filter on it.
So already it doesn't make much sense because it's like he woke up from a dream, so that was a dream, but then that happened in the past. Yeah, it is ear rape, I know. And it's all in the left-hand side as well. It's weird. My fingers, wow. I have hands.
This is when he was born from the spore cocoon.
All right, so look at this as well. He constantly looks right at the camera. I'm just going to skip forward 2 minutes.
Picking at the head again.
Yeah.
It's good that he's had the same CD cases for fucking, like, ever.
Oh, damn.
Stop bullying Hef, he just. This is Greek racism.
I don't know what that thing is that I heard last night. But whatever it is, that thing can't be good.
Now he's reacting.
It's too dangerous. Whatever that thing is, it wants to kill me.
Oh, I'm going to order Indian. Yes, I miss Hef as well. Oh. We need Hef back. It's very upsetting.
Why do you seem so scared? All I wanted to do was play with you.
What was that?
Please come and play with me. I am so lonely. You're not afraid of the dark, are you?
Hello? Anyone there? Hello?
Really great audio mixing on this as well.
I know I just heard something. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it's not good.
I'm getting some Indian. Yes. Chicken tikka masala. Send that now. Thank you.
Guess I gotta go to the store.
Has to go to the store. Alright, we're gonna skip a bit because it keeps hearing voices. He looks around and dazed and confused for a bit. He sits on his couch and makes a phone call. Then he goes out for a walk, and I think he's forgotten something.
Where the hell is everybody?
Where the hell is everyone? No one's around. Looks like he's got shit on his lips as well. I'm not sure what's going on. So he goes for a walk into the forest. And trust me, we're skipping like 7 minutes of content for a reason. Because it's just nothing. He looks around with that dopey look on his face with his mouth all open. And he finally ends up in the forest. And the ghost starts talking to him again. And then attacks him.
I offer you eternal sleep.
Yes, I did get garlic naan, babe. Ooh.
Whoa!
That was the ghost. That was the ghost attacking him, by the way. Let's watch it again.
Whoa!
It's just so good. It's just so good.
I really want someone to walk by in the background and just look at him and be like, what the fuck are you doing?
This is very intense. Very intense movie scene.
Yeah, you should really make that a soundbite. The whoa.
Whoa!
I gotta get out of here. I need to hurry up and get back to the house.
Alright, so he's explaining to himself that he has to get back to the house. He makes another phone call as a chipmunk.
No smoking. No smoking, guys.
Wow, that was interesting. God, that face.
I like the little, like, tiny cups in the background. It's cute.
Hello? Who is this? Hello?
Alright, so we can't hear the other... what's actually happening. He goes insane. Come on, put those hands up on your forehead. Go insane. Yep, wipe the snot up into your head. That's great. Alright, then he goes into the dark for a while.
That's fucking terrifying. That's actually scary.
Yeah, now that's actually scary, but remember, he is the protagonist. This is where it gets really, actually, legitimately creepy, but it's actually just, Cyraxx, and he's supposed to be the hero in the story.
Jesus Christ.
I know. This is actually legitimately creepy.
Imagine waking up to this shit.
And the sound mix is really good. The song is really good. It's like the only part of the movie is actually legitimately really good. know what we need to do, though. You know what we need to do is have that right, and then go to I should cut this together. Oh, where's the other one where he's a shark person?
No, I was gonna say have that
back to the shark person.
No, I was gonna have that cut in the shark thing and then cut in the "I hit women, bitch." Like that. I fucking loved that edit you made. Oh my god, it's so unsettling.
All right, so you have this. And then cut it to this. It was all a dream. It was all a dream.
Yeah.
I love his little reactions. And he looks at his hands again for a while, rubs snot into his head, goes for a walk, back to the bathroom again.
What was that thing?
Still trying to work out what the hell was that thing, and he gets choked and has a seizure. We're nearly at the end, guys. You're going to love the twist that's coming. It's so good. I bet he's an atheist, yeah. That's it. Alright, and here it comes the creature. Here comes the creature.
Filmed on a phone.
You ready for it? Yeah, I know. It's portrait mode or whatever. Are you ready for the creature, guys? This is the big twist of what the creature is. Just wait for it.
This is like a stock Halloween witch sound.
Any Halloween witch. Oh my god, is it? It is! It's a black woman! Ah! Get it away!
So she was the darkness, clearly. That's why it's called the darkness.
Yeah, well, look, the rest of the movie is just fucking darkness. I'm not kidding you either. Just, yeah, so there you go.
It's not even like any makeup or anything. It's just it's a black chick.
It's just a black chick.
I want to know who this black chick is, though.
It's just a black chick doing gymnastics. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree
bet
with
that
Bob.
Last clip was stolen from TikTok or something. That is brilliant.
Yeah,
that's great.
I agree because it's the only thing that's filmed in portrait mode.
Yeah, that's it. All right, let's go to DJs.
It's so fucking stupid.
I love that ending. It is great. All right.
It's so.
Oh, look at that face. Okay. This is the edit I made the other day. We'll finish with this, and then we'll wrap it up.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Cyraxx. You say you wanted answers, and I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. You want the truth, Carly? I touch little kids. I really hate her. I beat her. Heather, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make me out to be a woman beater and a child molester, and I'm like that. You can call me whatever you want. Say whatever you want about me being called a child molester. I touch little kids. I beat on women, bitch.
There you go. Poignant. Straight to the point.
The only way it could have made that better is if you somehow like overlaid him in one continuous cut instead of having it a different like clips and stuff. You know what I mean? like overlaid the audio.
I
That would
thought
have been
about
perfect.
it. I thought about it. The MP3 works really well. Just play the MP3 without the visuals, and it makes sense. Oh, well, that's pretty much all we got time for. I hope that you enjoyed our stream.
Oh yeah, Juice! Don't forget, I sent you the SkullJuice intro bit without any extra stuff added. If you want to play that out with it, if you want to, it's not a big deal.
Oh, let's have a listen. If I play
Yeah, there's definitely some stuff. Like I left it kind of blank, so you could add some stuff to it. You know, that
Can
way
you
it's
hear
both
it?
of us. Oh, now I can hear me.
Yeah, just mute.
SK14 game.
Sue me, faggot.
You are acting like a bunch of niggas.
Yeah, this sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I figured we could overlay some clips from the show or of Cyraxx or whatever, or Ralph and shit on top of it, and then you could add some extra synths and stuff. Wanted to
Yeah,
make
I
sure
don't know
there's
what
enough
el-
for both of us.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else I could add to it sound-wise. But otherwise, yeah, I could just add clips and then visuals and shit. Let's go that way.
Yeah, I figured I'd make it similar to the Hijas one, just like, you know.
Well, the Hijas one is, well, it's, yeah, based off that do it live thing. Yeah, so.
Yeah. I just figured I'd make it so it had enough room that you could put shit over it without it being, like, distracting. Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
All right, well.
Fun stream tonight, guys.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, well, Hijas this weekend should be fun. I bet you by then we will know that, we'll know all about Ralph and see what Matt Vickers has dropped by then. And there's a few other things. King of Pole is supposedly coming on still. He made an apology to us and stuff, and then he said, oh, come on your show so you can shit on me. And I was like, well, that's a bit low tier. Why would I want to do that? Come on the show and we'll do a rap battle or something stupid, and then we'll talk about it, sort of thing. Godwinson was interested in coming on as well, but I don't know. See what he does. Apart from that, yeah, we'll probably see what's happening and talk about the fact that Ralph is going to be a sex offender. Whoops. Well,
Not to mention, God
hopefully.
help us.
I reckon that's what's going to happen. That's what I think.
Not to mention, God help us, what new development Cyraxx has cooking for the next couple of days. Who knows what could fucking happen.
Yeah, that's it. Alright, well, we're going to go out with another training video. It's the same song. This one got stuck in my head for days, this song, eh? But until next time, we'll see you later. Alright, I'm going deaf for a minute.
Take it easy, chat.
Yay! Alright, well, until then, we we will catch you later. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for coming. Hot drinks. Yeah!
Coffee, decaf, tea, and hot chocolate. Those are the hot drinks that you serve, so get set. Hot cups come in two sizes. Small and large to fill as the need arises. Coffee's holding time is 30 minutes, that's so long. It can stay there before it starts to taste too strong. Hot, hot, careful when you pour it. Hold it steady upon the counter, let it sit. Pour it in until the coffee reaches the line. Pop a top on it, gets a lid every time. Wendy's coffee tastes so fine. Hot drinks really get you going. Warms you up when
Sing
you
along,
feel
guys.
slowing. Wendy's, we always serve it right away. Have a smile and have a nice day. Next is the caffeine brew, it's just like coffee. Use the orange pot, it makes it easier to see. But if you're using the packets in your store, put it in a small cup and furthermore, add hot water up to the line and stir it in. Put a lid on and serve it on a tray again. Get a small cup when you're ready for hot tea. Fill with hot water, it's easy as can be. Put the lid on and set the tea bag on the top. If they want lemon, it's very nice. Don't think twice, give the guests a juicy slice. Hot drinks really get you going. Warms you up when you feel you're slowing. Wendy's, we always serve it right away. And a smile and have a nice day. Grab a small cup when you're making hot cocoa. Pour the packet and then you add your H2O. Use a clean spoon and stir it till it's all mixed up. Toss the spoon out and put the lid on the cup. Things are really looking up. Hot drinks really get you going. Warms you up when you feel you're slowing. Wendy's, we always serve it right away. And a smile and have a nice day. Nice day.
Hot drinks, yo!